So in the last video I spoke about some of the best Roblox games out there that are basically fun. Some of y'all felt like the video was missing out some games, including myself. Obviously there's still many awesome Roblox games out there that I stumbled upon recently, so I think making a new video covering this topic will be a great idea. Now without wasting any more time, let's begin with our video. Starting things off with a very new fresh parkour game, which is called Untitled Parkour Game. I guess they were too lazy to bring up a name with it, but Untitled Parkour Game still works. I mean, as you can tell from the title, the game is still in its very early stages, but despite that, it's quite decent and fun. It gives you a fresh sense of approach to parkour in Roblox, as its gameplay mechanics are very different than that parkour game and Runway Runners, and also it can be accessed for free. Unlike Parkour Reborn, you have to pay like $5.99 for premium in order to play it, which is definitely not worth it, as you can do a lot of things with that $5.99. For example, buying my cool Roblox shirts that comes with different colors to choose from, that costs only 5 Robux, which is only like $0.005. And with the rest of the money you can go and buy with it 2 shawarmas or even a whole pizza for you if you want. That's what I call good money management. As you open the game, you'll be starting a tutorial, and by the looks of it, it definitely looks like a very decent game. The map looks very good, the background music as well, and let's not forget to mention this jump to the glass, which is a small yet crucial thing in the game that makes you feel like you're in a John Wick movie. The gameplay is pretty basic, the animations as well are very clean. One point to mention is that the map design is pretty decent, but as for the layout, it's not too good. At first I had very limited paths and obstacles to run from, which is explainable as the game is not completed yet. There are some noticeable bugs in the game that can be very annoying if they aren't fixed, like for example, sometimes the player will go through the pipe and will not hold onto them despite pressing space on the right side. As things stand, the game has some serious potential. It just needs some little tweaks like that bug that I mentioned and some upgrades in the map, as well as for adding some side quests and activities to do. Next up we have Ultimate Town Sandbox. It's a single open world game where you can play in a very classic looking Robloxian town. You can choose multiple characters you can unlock throughout the game. You can basically do a lot of sort of things like greeting people, insulting them, or even robbing them. You can steal cars and wreck everyone around with it, sleep to restore energy, eat to fill the hunger, and also drink to solve thirst issues. Watching TV is also an option, except channels aren't working, as well as changing your player's appearance.
Nice.
You can visit a bunch of stores like groceries, clothes shop, restaurants, and weapons shop to buy different type of weapons. You also have the freedom to do some side quests like racing this guy to the top of the mountain.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
You can hang out with your little brother or with your weird neighbor. You have to be careful on practicing your criminal activities because there is police around the city, as well as gang members who are ready to shoot you down whenever you get close to them, so it's better to be a good behaving citizen. This and including many more things to do, the options are just limitless. Basically you can do a lot of stuff and this game gives you a lot of freedom to do so. It's good to see this type of games earn some deservable reputation on Roblox, especially the single player, because the good ones like this are just so rare. Moving to the classic FPS genre, another unnamed game which is unnamed shooter. Obviously it's a first person shooter because I said it. This one is a decent option if you want to head into some shooting action right away. It's pretty chaotic for many reasons, mainly because when the player gets damaged the heal won't be restored. If you have 10 in health, you'll be having 10 in health until you get an ed kit, which you can get by killing the other players like in Arsenal. The maps are very simplistic, as well as the weapons, which I guess makes the game unique in its way. You know, nothing too crazy, just pure FPS action. It also includes different game modes like free-for-all, which definitely gets very messy pretty quickly. Same thing can be said for the team versus team, as if you got covered in your team spawning points, you'll be stuck there and getting absolutely abused by the other team, because as soon as you leave your zone, you'll be demolished immediately. So that's definitely a very annoying part about this game, because sometimes despite me being inside my team zone, I still can be killed. For that particular reason, I don't surely confidently recommend playing this game mode, especially in this map, because it's absolutely annoying. Otherwise, the other game modes are pretty fun, you know, you can see, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm not being biased because this was the first time I ever got the first place. You just have to be a little focused, get your aiming right, and you'll be having some enjoyment while playing it. One more last thing to mention is that the flamethrower is absolutely freaking OP. Like, you can use it in 40 studs range and still manage to damage the other players. The recoil is almost negligible as it spreads those flames like you're spreading the laser minigun from GTA Online. Last but not least, we have Detriment. By no exaggeration, this was literally the best Roblox game I've ever played in the last 5 years. It gave me that nostalgic feel of experiencing an actual well-made game that I absolutely had a blast playing it. In a nutshell, Detriment is like an obby parkour platformer where you have the ability to use your special dashing abilities to complete the 5 levels in the game. The first one is practice map, and then you'll be headed to the next levels that gets harder progressively. These 4 levels are basically a story mode, so you won't be playing it for no reason. There will be consecutive events, and to not spoil things up, you'll be playing as yourself in a town where basically some sort of chaos happens, and then obviously you'll be going to be investigating because you're clearly the main character. The game contains some very cool cutscenes and animations like this one of my character sleeping. And this guy. The gameplay at first will be very difficult, but after getting used to it, you'll get the feel of it right away. Overall, it's a totally awesome game despite it being a demo version. Personally, I'm really looking forward for the full release of this beauty because I really want to know what happens after that last level. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is about it for this video. I know it's a little bit short, but hey, they say quality beats quantity. Some of y'all in the last video gave me some decent game suggestions like Blocktails, Playground and Entry Point, etc. Basically, I didn't cover these ones because there's already a lot of videos out there that includes them, so there was no need for me to repeat them again. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching and see you in the next one.